We are very fortunate to have Pastor Steve as our chaplain here at Fairhaven. I remember sitting at one of the events here at, I believe it was the Christmas party, and he relayed a story about how he came to be here at Fairhaven.
Several months ago, I was really debating over the need to move to Irondale because I wasn't quite ready to retire. I'd been a pastor for 36 years, but I felt drawn to come here, but I wasn't ready to retire. So I went on a retreat, a silent retreat in fact, for 3 days, and I just prayed through, kept hearing, I've never heard God in a verbal voice, but kept hearing the Spirit say, I got this, Steve.
And all things came together, and his father was here. He had a new family member in the community, and they decided that it was time to move to the Birmingham area, and lo and behold, everything worked out just perfectly that he would come here and be the chaplain.
Of course, it took a few months for the arrangements to transpire and make sure it was right for me and right for Fairhaven. But I took that as a divine calling, that this is where I needed to be, right here, right now.
Fourth, we do have live streaming, and so you are able to view and experience the worship service following, or even during, but also following, if you miss it or if you know somebody who missed it.
The live streaming has been an interesting journey, and I was so delighted that Fairhaven was interested in doing that. And I began to imagine the different ways that would be of benefit to the community. For one thing, we have folks here who sometimes they don't feel well, and they can stay in the room and still either watch it live on YouTube or catch it later on Facebook or YouTube and feel like they're not missing anything. And then we also have other residents, especially in independent living, who still go to their home churches, but they want to be in on what happened at chapel, and so they watch. And then we have the reverse. We have folks that live stream their home churches, but they still come to chapel, so they see the value in it as well. And then on top of that, we have folks that can't come at all. That I know there's a few. I don't know who they all are, but there are a few that catch our chapel services and feel like they're a part of the chapel ministries.
He makes a difference for everybody here. He does weekly services on each of the different households here, and if you understand what that actually means, there's 15 households here across the campus.
The funniest and most humorous and revealing things that ever happened to me here was I was going on to one of the households to lead worship, and I have a little keyboard, I carry it around, I do music and prayer and a brief sermon and scripture. There was this one lady on the very first day, very articulate lady, and I said, "Now, what is your name, ma'am?" And she said, "Oh, I can't remember." I said, "That's okay." She knew every word to every song, to everything we sang. Just came right out of her. I even circled back at the close of the service about 30 minutes later, and I said, "Now, ma'am, what is your name?" "Oh, I can't remember." There's a part of them, this different place of memory, it's soul memory, that having worship on the hallways brings that alive for people.
It's those kind of things that really set Pastor Steve apart from anyone else that we've had in the recent past. And again, I can't say it enough that we're so very thankful. Pastor Steve's dedication enriches not only the lives of our residents, but it also enriches the soul of our community as a whole.
My dad, in the subsequent couple of months, deceased, and I was able to be with him every day. And it meant so much to me to have that time. And then after he passed, I realized how much I enjoyed being here. And all these people that I work with knew my dad, and he was part of their lives, and I'm now part of their lives. And it was a calling, and I felt like I was called to be here.